Was Kindred by Failure off of their 1992 album Comfort. Uh, I love single name things. That's pretty cool. We're listening to that today because we have a Shellac song from 1993, and this is Close By Anyway, and this was produced by Steve Albini. Hi, my name is Bean, and you're watching Battle of the Band. We're on day 64 of the Shellac tournament today, and that is match 6 in round 4. If you're new here and you're wondering what a Shellac tournament is, let me fill you in. We took every single song that Shellac released and we threw them into a single elimination style tournament. Now they're doing battle and head-to-head competition until one remains in the end, and that's the very best song that Shellac has released. Being that we're on match 6 in round 4 means that we are only 2 more matches after today away from our quarterfinals. We're choosing quarterfinalists all this round. We're going to be starting off today with Billiard Player Song, which was released on The Rude Gesture, A Pictorial History, their first single release in 1993. I love Billiard Player Song. This one's pretty great. Last round it defeated the guy who invented fire, and in round 2 it took down This Is a Picture. It got a bye through the first round, although it's the B-side to its German single release, did have to battle in that first round against This Is a Picture. Its competition today is The End of Radio, which was released on Excellent Italian Greyhound in 2007. Another great song. This one's an epic story about the end of the world. Last round it defeated Copper, and in round 2 it took down Il Porno Star. It also had a bye through the first round, so it did not have to battle. We've heard both of these a couple times. Let's go ahead and get into it. Here is Billiard Player Song. Pretty great song. Love the guitars in that one. Very like slow and deliberate pace to it. Great drums. I love the vocals and the lyrics. This is top-notch shellac to me. The story calling out somebody for being a shitty person at the same time was just kind of like remembering what it was like when he was a shitty person. We've all been through it. Here's the end of radio.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me now? Are we going? Is this thing on? Test. Can you hear me now? As we come to the close of our broadcast day, this is my farewell transmission. Signing off, Mr. and Mrs. America, and all the ships at sea. Anyone within the sound of my voice. I've got 50,000 watts of power. I wanna ionize the air. This microphone turns sound into electricity. Can you hear me now? Out on Route 128, you're dark and lonely. I got my radio on. Can you hear me now? 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 The end of radio. And that snare drum and that drum roll means we've got a winner. If you're the fifth caller, or any caller at all, welcome to my top 10. I'd like to thank our sponsor. But we haven't got a sponsor. Not if you were the last man on earth. She was prepared to prove it. This one goes out to a special girl. radio. The last announcer plays the last record. The last what? Leaves the transmitter. Circles the globe in search of a listener. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is it really broadcasting if there's no one there to receive? It's the end of radio. As we come to the close of our broadcast day, got my radio on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? This is a test! If this had been a real emergency, hey, hey! This is a real goddamn emergency!
Pretty fantastic, epic song. I love the story in it, and I love the sounds. The bass does almost nothing, and it still sounds good for 8.5 minutes. The guitars are probably the highlight for me, and the drums, of course, the drums on that one. But I'm gonna give it to Billiard Player's song. It's a lot shorter, and I think it packs a lot of punch in that amount of time. Where the end of radio, it packs a good punch and everything, but it's so sprawled out that the punches come in spurts, essentially. There's a whole lot of sitting around waiting for the next part, things like that, which is fine. In context, it sounds great. It's a journey. And there's nothing in that song that I would say is too much at all. But I like listening to Billiard Player's song more. And that's what it comes down to. Like this video if you like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share it with anyone you know who might be into this kind of content, and let me know down in the comments which of these two songs you would have chosen if it were you in the hot seat today. That's all the Shellac tournament action we've got going for the day, but please join me tomorrow when we get down with some more Shellac and Birds tournament action. Until then, I hope you all have a great night, fantastic afternoon, and a wonderful morning. Thanks for watching. Bye.